it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am back. Gonna do a couple of pages in my Harmony Handbook. We finished up actually with the Reset Girls Harmony Retreat, but I'm gonna continue on doing this book. I love the size, and I have so many prompts still to work through that I haven't done yet. So I have a feeling I'm gonna just continue to work in the, well, I wanna work in the book till it's full. So it may end up taking me a whole year. I'm not really sure. Like, I did write myself a letter and tucked it in there. And I did some journaling, like Bible journaling. And then I added like some to-dos or suggestions for the month and quotes that inspire me. And then this is the page that I want to work on. I pulled a few things and have kind of been tucking them in to the book so that when I got a chance to work in it, I would go to there. And then I haven't really done anything in the body part other than the intro page, and we did this one on my last video. We did this spread, and maybe had done this, I can't remember, or maybe I had that done. And now I want to do this one because this is the prompt I'm using is what I'm reading at the moment, and this was a free download from, I believe it's Planners Anonymous. So it's supposed to be a planner, but I thought it looked like she was reading a book. So I wanted to use that printout. And I just fussy cut her out. It was done for a 5x7, a planner. So I just fussy cut it out. And I think I came across this sticker, and it's clear. And I think I'm going to put this right here that says, like, you've got this. So, yeah, so that's what I'm going to end up doing. And then I have little notes of the books that I have been reading. So I'm going to go back and work on this page spread. Well, it's not really page spread. I'm just going to do one page. I'll probably work on this side. And sorry, I need to move my chair, and I feel like I'm like 10 feet away. And what I ended up doing was I found this in a Ramona book. It's like a children's book, the sketch, and she was angry. I guess she got her hair cut off or something like that. But I loved the fact that she looked like that because I've been having major issues with the remodel on my house. So I'm just gonna journal about that, probably not live, and then I pulled this out of an old 60s magazine. And so I'm just gonna fussy cut this out and put this down. And it's like a house plan. It's not my house plan. However, it's almost exactly what I have, though. It's interesting now that I'm looking at it, although mine's a split bedroom and all 3 bedrooms are on the one side. So I'm just going to fussy cut around this and put this down, put her down, and then I'm gonna journal about like just my frustration with the contractor that I'm hired, and just the whole scenario. I mean, I'm totally trusting that I know it'll be done, but it's just gotten to the point where I feel like I've been kind of taken advantage of. So, and that's probably a little too much information that you probably don't want to know about. So I'm going to probably stick that down there. And my plan was, this was just an offcut of the book, like a little piece of the book. So I'm going to use that kind of like the washi tape at the top. And then I punched out a couple of circles, and I'm going to add this in, probably the book page, and then that's what I was planning. And then this is like a tent because I kind of feel like I'm camping out currently. And then I will put the page flag there and move that down. So I'm probably going to do this little piece at the top first, and then I'll figure out where I want to put that down. And I'm just using, I don't have any Oohoo glue. I ran out, and I don't know why I can't get it locally anywhere, so I need to try to find a place I can source it in my area. So I'm just going to just put this down, and then I'm going to add this little page flag or little banner flag or whatever somewhere in here, I think. Let me look, because if I add that and I add that, yeah, that's good. And then I'm gonna add this book page. Oh no, I'm almost out of this glue too. I know I have more of that. Plus, I think they just sell that at Joy Mart. I call Walmart Joy Mart because I have to get pumped up to go in there. So if I don't call it Walmart and I call it Joy Mart, I get happier about going in there. It's like kind of a mind game for me. And I'm gonna put that there. I might come up there and just do a little bit of washi. And I hope my dog doesn't whine the whole time. I don't know why. I just let him out. And he has food in his bowl. Okay. And then I'm going to add the tent on here. Probably like that. And I'm going to glue this down on here. Uh-oh. I may have to stop and come back. Okay, here, let me just glue this down, and I will pause and I will be right back because I don't know what his problem is, and I'm sure you do not want to hear him whine the whole time. So I'm gonna pause it and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully I got that taken care of. And I'm gonna glue this on right here. And then that will leave me some journaling space. Then I also, which I think I'm gonna add a little bit of this pink washi tape to the bottom of the book. It's wood washi, but it picks up all the pink up there, but I think I'm gonna make it just a little bit thinner. I'm gonna add that there, and maybe a little piece up here. Yeah, and then I'll come in and I will journal. And then on the next page, what I want to do is I'm going to, I found this in an old magazine, this image, and I just loved it. She's painting the wall. I don't know. It's just, I thought it was really cute. So I thought about doing like a 2-page, putting it in doing a 2-page spread here, and then on the next page I have all this. I had printed these out off of Pinterest, and they're just like bedroom goals. I have bedroom goals, and then I started on like the front porch. So I want to do my front porch kind of cozy, and I just loved, you know, the warm tones and the dark gray, and yeah, so I really like that. So, but I want to start out here because this will kind of be my intro going into that. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut I like the bird. I'm going to leave the bird at the top, but I'm just going to cut this part off. Let me see. This was from the Saturday Evening Post from 1961. And I think I'll just be able to just kind of glue it in there, I think. I'm going to clean up the sides. I might cut it in half and then glue it down in there. But this will be kind of like my remodel. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just cut it in half. And then I love the color periwinkle and then the red. Okay, then what I'll do is put it in here like this. And then if I want to, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking I don't want to put this down here. So let's see if I just cut that. And then I cut this, and then I just kind of cut around the room. And then I'm gonna take that off too, but I'm gonna leave the bird. So if I cut that off like that, and then I could always fussy cut around the bird. Like so. Like so, and then her, so, oh, and maybe I could just journal on this. Now I'll have room to journal. Okay, so I'm gonna put those kind of in the middle, and that will leave me some room down here to do some journaling. And then I like this, all the little squares of what they're doing. So I'm gonna keep that and just do it on, maybe use it on another page. The little images, maybe I can punch them out or something. Okay, then I'm gonna come in and I'm just going to cut these out. And I just actually just used, oh, what's it called on a Mac? It's like Word on Mac, Pages. So what I did was I just clicked on an image on Pinterest, saved the image to downloads, and then I took it, I resized it, I opened it up in preview, and then I could resize it in there, or you can just take the image and drop it, drag it and drop it right into your pages. So I did a horizontal page, and then I resized them right in there just by holding your cursor over the corner, and this double arrow kind of thing comes up, and then you just drag it in or out to get the size that you want. And then on the right hand side there's a menu, and it'll even tell you you may have to toggle through to get the right menu. Over on the right, there'll be 3 tabs that you can toggle through, and one of them will tell you how big the image is in inches or centimeters or however you want to do it, but I did mine in inches, and then I could tell how big they were, if they were going to be like 2.5 by 2.5 or 1.5 by 2 or something like that. So yeah, so that's kind of what I did. All right, so that's how I got the size images that I got, and then I just printed it out on my printer at home. This is just paper. It's heavier weight, 32-pound paper. And now I'm just gonna glue this down. Oops. On the page. Making sure I get all the edges. And then, let's see, I need to lower it. That in the middle. And then I'm gonna put her here. Go around the edges, in the middle, and around the edge. I hope the glue stick makes it to the end of my video. Oh, gosh. Okay. So that's that. I know I'm gonna want a title or whatever. I thought about maybe putting this over here, so I know these are gonna be like my house goals for 2020. And maybe what I'll do is they have home goals up here. Like she gave us these prompts to use in our book, and I printed this out on sticker paper. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do like home goals like this. I'm really trying not to overthink my pages, because if I do that, I usually do that and then I get stuck and then I get frustrated and then I don't want to work in my book. So I just kind of try to work a little bit more, do I want to hear, and then yes, okay, stick it down. I'm really trying to work more like that, instead of, oh well, maybe this will work or maybe that, and then you overthink it, and before you know it, it's taking you half an hour to do a little teeny 2-page spread with 4 elements on it, and you're not getting, you're not working in your book, because, yeah. So I might add this little bit of floral. This has, I like to pull just a few washies and just have them in a little bowl in front of me, and that way when it comes time, I don't have a whole lot of I won't have a whole lot of options. And then I'm not, like I said, I'm not overthinking anything. So that leaves me some space to journal. Now I'm just going to go right on with the next page. And the next page, what I'm going to do is take the photos that I have, and I'm going to place them down on my page. And then I can always come back in and I think I'm gonna do like the bedroom goals, which I think is on here. Bedroom goals right there. And then I can always come back in with little elements like layering circles or doodles, or once I get my so I know I'm going to put this one down here. Oop. And this is where I kind of like the grid dot the grid dot background, because you can hardly see it, but you can get things lined up using that grid, which I like. Okay, then let me put this one down. I'm just going to put that even with the one next to it. I'm just going to use that grid dot to get it in there. And this is up. Uh-oh, my glue stick. May have glue stick down on this one. But I know I have another one because I was cleaning out some drawers and I found a packet. These are not the extra strength though. This is the extra strength permanent bond. So I don't know how this is gonna do. This is the school glue stick. I have no idea, but I'll try it and see what happens. The end of that one. Oh my gosh, I don't even know, why isn't this opening? Sorry, I knocked the table. I still have yet to get that. I don't have anywhere else to put my camera except on the table. Okay, here we go. I had to use some pliers. I could not get that off. I could not get that off. Sorry, I did it again. I'm over here looking through. I've got like some die cuts and things. Let me see. I might have to look through. I may have to look through this one to see if there's anything on home. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to put the bedroom goals down here on the bottom. Down here. Just going to line that up. And then what I'll do is, because a lot of times we'll print out pictures and then months go by, and I'll be like, okay, I have absolutely no idea why I printed that out. Like, why did I even print that out? Why did I even like it? I had no idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my little notes about what I like. Okay, I want a fireplace in the bedroom would be like an ultimate goal. I like the barn door. And then down here, I like how bright and airy this one is, and the feather down pillows. I love that. And the light carpet. And then in this one, I love how like warm and cozy, and I want to have fresh flowers. Like they put fresh flowers, and of course a chair there, and just kind of minimal things on the nightstand. And this one, I love the like boho look of this one. Maybe in a guest room I would do this, maybe not in my bedroom, but I think in a guest room, doing that whole global kind of boho look with the woven like beaded hanging lights and some fresh plants, and then more of the washed wood and this like boho-y layered up different textiles on the bed, and then one of those poofs on the floor. And so I love that. That may be more of what I want to do in the guest room. And then and I really want to make a guest room like you're staying at a hotel. I really want to try to make my guest room very like warm and inviting. So not as much minimalistic as my bedroom. I want my bedroom to be more minimal. And then like they only had like, you know, I like the high backboard, but then you don't have a lot going on around the bed. And so that's kind of why I like all this. There's not like a whole lot of furniture in the rooms, and the room just kind of speaks for itself. So that's probably what I'm going to end up going with. And then for my front porch, I think I'm just going to stick this down so I don't lose it. And I'm going to do my front porch goals in here, because probably just start to add them. This was only the only one that I got, and I want to have that going, and I don't want the glue on here to stick to the other page, which it might. So let's see if I can just roll it off. Sometimes if you just take your finger and as it's drying, you can just roll the glue stick off and you won't stick your pages together. So okay, so now I have those and the bedroom goal, and I think on this one I'm going to, I kind of want to just add some like frames with my pen around, and I'm just using a 0.5 gel black pen, and I got it at Daiso. So I'm just gonna add some black kind of squiggly lines, and just to outline and faux matte my pictures, kind of what I want to do. And I'm just gonna stay kind of really minimalistic with what's going on the page, and just do just a little ink and pen and ink around them. And okay, so what I'm gonna add in is I want to add in over here, like I think on this side I want to put my wish list. So I'm just gonna write out like the wish list, and then over here I'll use adjectives like peaceful, minimal, fresh, clean, let's see, how about retreat? I'm just trying to think of what these things all say. Cozy to me, cozy, inviting, plush, and okay. And then what I'm gonna do is like this. I'm gonna do fireplace, and this is barn door, and then this one I liked on here, the white rug and the down pillows and the neutral colors. And then over here I'm going to put my wish list is a retreat guest room, and that will be like boho slash world with like the bead hanging lamps. I want the, okay, so I can put that here. Bead hanging lamps and a lots of textiles. I want a poof. I don't know how you spell that. P-O, I think it's P-O-U-F. I'm not really sure. And then put like, I think they call it like a hassock. Okay, then I think it may have an F-E, another F-E. I'll have to look that one up. I like the lighter furniture. And it's all about building depth with textures, so lots of textures. And mixing, I like the yellow with the, I like this combination of the blue, terracotta, and the yellow with the natural colors. Okay, so that's gonna be, that's my list on this side. And then I'm gonna come in here and, oh, I probably should have done my little thing first before I started writing, but when you, I don't know if you're like me, but when you start to write, when the words start coming, I just have to go for it or I will not remember. If I'd done my framing, I wouldn't have remembered. I got inspired by the picture and I wouldn't have remembered what was going through my head. Okay. Then in my master, bedroom, I want to do a high headboard, a high headboard. I know that has a name. Okay, and then I want a chandelier for sure. Not a fan. And I want like layers of neutral bedding. Okay, so definitely want the chandelier. This is why I like this picture, because I chose that. I chose it for the high headboard. And okay, and then this I love because of the fresh flowers. I like the deep eggplant with the gray. That's a pretty combo, but I think that that's going to be a little too dark for me. I definitely want to do some kind of seating. I'm not really sure what yet, but I want to add seating in there. So some kind of seating with maybe a small bookcase or table, and what did I put in here? Down pillows. a barn door, and probably not a barn door, but I don't know what else to call that. Like, I want that outside sliding door. I don't necessarily want it barn door-ish, but I will know what I mean by that. So I put down pillows. Let's see, layers of neutral bedding, a chandelier, high headboard, some kind of fireplace, even if it has to be a faux fireplace. I'd be okay with that. And then I just want like one nightstand and then a chest of drawers. So, and then that'd be it. And then maybe do like layers of carpet, layers of area rugs. So 2 or 3 area rugs. If I did the neutral and then went in at an angle, and then I could put in like some other kind of textile, maybe like an iCat or something like that, or a fur rug, or I don't know, but so I'm just gonna sketch that in there. So I have the layered, and yeah. So that's pretty simple. This is gonna be my bedroom goal page. I can come back in and maybe add some like layering circles. I don't know if I have layering circles. Let me see. I mean, I know I punched some. I was looking to see. It's too big. I think I need to, wait. These were from a different retreat. Not a retreat, but a different kit. Okay. Here are all layering circles. Ooh, I like this one. That's nice with the flowers because I want to do the fresh flowers. I like adding that blue in because of that blue that's in there. And then, my happy, maybe there, and then this with the flowers. Like that. And then maybe put this like off to the side and cut it. What else do I have? Got this wood and neutral color here, like, yeah, I like that with that. And then you can hear my dog snoring. Okay, so I think that's kind of what I'm gonna do. That right there, glue stick, and whoop! Oh no! Oh no! My heart is full. I glued my heart is full. Okay, I'm just gonna have to let that dry because that's not the one I wanted. There were two stuck together. I kind of want this, my happy, because I know that once I get my room the way I want it, it is going to make me very happy. Oh, that's right. I was only gonna put on, I don't want to cover the little poofy thing. I think this is a sticker. Feels different. Let's see. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I have some word strips, maybe. And I could do, here's place, here's home, let's see, home, my home, so I could do like my home, and then put like my happy place, and then I could do, let's see, like delight over here, and then call it done. Cut that off. Okay, so this is my bedroom goals, and then I want to talk about my home goals, and then I want to talk about what my frustration is right now. And so, but then how I'm gonna get there. Okay, so that's done, and I came across this ad in one of my magazines, and I want to add this to the body section. So is this the body section? I don't know if this is more, I think this is more like Mind, what you're reading at the moment. So I'm gonna add, this is more of cooking, so I want to add this in because she's got salad on there, and she's got something cooking in the oven. And so what I'm thinking is I'm gonna add her in like that, and then maybe make a list of how I want to change like my thinking of what I want to cook for meals and things like that. So I'm gonna add this in over on this side. I'll cover that thing called, it's got like Tappan or whatever the name of the manufacturer for the oven. But I think I want to use this more for maybe meal planning, and then I have a list over on the right side of like go-to meals that I know I can make ahead and maybe even have frozen, you know, eat some and then freeze some. It's kind of my goal. I got a not an Instapot, but I got the Ninja Foodie, and I haven't even cracked it. I got it for Christmas, and I haven't even cracked it out of the box yet. So I don't know why, but well, right now I don't have a kitchen. That's probably why, because I don't really have anywhere that I can, not that you need a kitchen with it, but I don't even have a countertop. Like, it really is a big piece of equipment. So I'm waiting for my kitchen to be finished. So that's gonna be there. And then let me add this in. And I punched this out. It says subtle changes make the difference. So even any little subtle change is to my diet or what I'm exercising, it's gonna make a difference in the long run. And that's how you have to look at it. Any change is better than no change. And that's what I just have to keep telling myself, you know. So let's see. Oops. There's a lot of glue there. Okay. So I have that. And I don't know if there's a header that talks about like meal planner and everything. 2020 goals, relationship, business, all my dreams in one place, crafty goals for the year. Nothing in that one. I may have to make my own. What's this one have? All the different brain dumps. Healthy living tips, healthy living tips, healthy eating looks like this. Yeah, I could put that. Healthy eating looks like this. Me cooking in the kitchen. So I know I'm doing kind of a real-time crafting video right now. This is longer than what I usually do. And I don't know if you want more real-time crafting or if you like me doing voiceovers and not making them as long. You know, kind of speeding up during things. Okay, so that is going to be I'm gonna write over here because I want to make sure that I put it down. Meal prep, I'll call it like meal prep menu, and then I'm gonna go online and get some recipes for my Ninja Foodie, and I might put this back in here, get recipes for your Ninja Foodie. I need to get healthy recipes for your Ninja Foodie, and maybe do and then menus that can be food, that can be frozen, can be made ahead, and frozen. So I'm just gonna add that in to remind myself right there. Okay, my last page, so that went in under there. Then I want to do the book one because I think that's more for your mind. Goes in the mind area. And I'm thinking I'm gonna put it right here. I don't know, I may have more books than that. So maybe and I put that under mind. What's this one? I put all the home stuff under. So maybe under, so I'll put the reading, maybe reading. This is more, I'm gonna do it in this area. Because this was more like under the self-care, I guess. Okay, and then I'm gonna add the prompt up here, but I think I'm gonna put a little bit of washi at the top. And then I'll take this and just put it up there. And then what I'm gonna do is take my list Okay, and then I'm reading right now, so maybe what I'll do is, like, I can do little boxes around, maybe make them look like little books. Like an open book or something. Okay, and then this one's gonna be called, this one I'm reading, Journal Me Organized. So it's Journal Me, it was about bullet journaling, organized, and it was by Rebecca Spooner. And then I read The Journal Writer's Companion. So I can do another book. It's like an open book. Like that. And then this one was called the Journal Writer's Companion, and it was by Alice Thomas. And then what else? Oh, while I'm looking at the sticker before I forget it, I'm gonna put this down right here and put you got this, like she's reading a book. Okay, then I read Art Making, Collection, and Obsessions. So maybe this one, I won't do like a book, I'll do it like maybe like a bulletin board or a picture frame. I don't know, let me see, picture frame maybe. Okay, and then this one will be art making, and collections, and obsessions. And this was by Lynn Perella. That one was a really good book, very inspirational. This would help to close my glue stick. Then I did an audio book, so maybe what I can do is like draw some headphones. I don't know, do these like look like any kind of headphone? I don't know. And this book was called, this book was called Decluttering at the Speed of Life, and it was by Dana K. White. I highly recommend this book. Very good. Okay, then let's see, this would have like some kind of cable coming off of it. All right, then the hand stitch surface. which was, I'll just do a book. And this is by the hand stitched surface by Lynn. I don't even know how to pronounce her last name. CZYK. Okay, is that all I'd have down? Yeah, that's what I've been reading so far, and I have a bunch of other books in my list in the library. Like, you can save your books in the library of which ones I want to do. So I do have several books that I want to read in there. The other one I want to read is by Dana K. White, and I forgot the name of it, so I'm going to have to come back and do this. So this was kind of like one of my promises to myself, that I was going to read more, even if it had to be an audio book. So I'm pretty proud of myself because I'm kind of sticking with it. And I started this in January, and I wanted to do a book. Like, I was hoping to get like maybe a book or two a month. So I'm pretty on track. I've done 5, and now it's the beginning of March. So I'm just gonna do a couple more, and yeah, so it's been really good. Okay, so that is what I've gotten so far, and I need to do my indexes. My index, like, I haven't numbered any of the pages, and I guess I could go in here and number the pages, and then that way I could find them, but I haven't done it yet. So thanks for joining me, filling in my harmony book, and I will be back with more. I want to work in my my About Me book. This one I haven't worked in. Well, I haven't worked in this one in a really long time, and I have just been pulling and collecting some stuff that I want to do. Like, I found this woman fishing, and I have an old picture of my mom, and she's fishing, so I want to definitely do that. And I want to do some stuff on my dad. I found this U.S. Air Force thing at the flea market, and I want to do something around like my dad, and then I want to talk about my time at film school. So I cut some things out about film, some things about filming, and I pulled some other things out. I found this one where she is in a box and made it a house, and I want to write about the summer that my daughter and her friend had refrigerator boxes, and they turned them into houses, and we put them in the garage, and she practically lived in it. So I do want to definitely journal about that, and about camping in our holiday rambler when we were kids. I found an ad for it, so I was pretty excited, and out of a vintage magazine. So I definitely want to kind of come back in here and start, get back to work. I was doing really well working in this, and then I was pretty consistent, and then I just life happened, and I just got in the way. Life got in the way, and I stopped. And I want to get back, because it was a lot of fun working in this, and yeah. So I'll be back, and I will do some pages in here. I was just seeing, oh yeah, velvet. And cats. So, okay. So get some crafting done over the weekend, and I will be back with some more. Thank you.